Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to keep your WordPress site secure against malicious attacks, DDoS attacks, and so forth. Stay tuned. So I have a test website. I'm going to show you how to set up a few security plugins and give you a few basic best practices to keep your WordPress site secure. Hacks are going to happen, but with these tools, you can at least stop them from happening most of the time and clean them up if they do. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to install and configure the Wordfence plugins. So you're just going to hover over the plugins tab. I'm sure you know how to install plugins. So I'm just going to get straight to the point. I'm just going to type in Wordfence. Now this is a completely free plugin. They do have a paid version, but the free version is just fine. You can do everything that you need to do with the free version. So once this installs, it's going to ask me to configure it. And I'm going to walk you through that configuration process. I'm going to show you a few custom settings that will give you a better experience before you move on to the next step in securing your WordPress site. So it's going to ask you if you want to subscribe. I'm just going to type in my email here. I already get emails from them, so I'm not going to say yes to that. But this is actually the email that they're going to send alerts to. So this is actually an important email. Just go ahead and hit no thanks. We don't have a premium license key. And let's head over to the Wordfence dashboard. Let's take a look. They're going to want us to configure this now. It'll walk you through this. You don't need to go through this. So let's take a look at the scan, first of all. So on the left, you can see that there are a few tabs. I'm just going to click on scan. I'm going to skip this guide, and I am going to change some of these settings. The scan type, by default, is set to standard. I'm going to change that to a custom scan. I'm actually going to select high sensitivity, and then under general options, I'm just going to check this. This is the setting I was looking for. Under performance options, I'm going to select use low resource scanning. So that's important. The high sensitivity scan can sometimes run into some firewalls that maybe your hosting provider put in place. So just put low resource scanning. You don't want your site to go down. You don't want to do a DDoS attack on yourself. So let's just set that to low, and I'm going to click save. Okay, so our scan is configured. The next thing you're going to want to do is configure the firewall. This is going to prevent DDoS attacks. I don't know if you know what a DDoS attack is, but it's an army of bot traffic that essentially works to shut down your server by overloading it. So you're just going to want to turn this on. So we have brute force protection. And it looks like it's already turned on in the past. Okay, here it is. Click to configure. You're going to download this file and click continue. It'll say installation successful. If you have a regular hosting provider, I've never run into a problem with htaccess, but they make you download an htaccess backup file, so you may want to store that in your files somewhere just in case there's a problem down the road. So if I click refresh, it should tell me that the firewall is set up. It wants me to download this user.ini file as well. All right, let's try that one more time, and it should install properly now. If I hit refresh, should go away. Alright, so this seems to be a glitch, but you get the point. Set up the firewall, set up the scan. Now you may want to do a scan right away, but if it's a new website and you don't think you've already been hacked, you should just head down to the settings where you can set up regular scans. So I believe that is in all options. So in all options, under scan options, you're going to see scheduling. So just enable that and then click save. And now Wordfence is going to scan your website every now and then. And if they catch any issues, they're going to email you. Now, little insider tip here, Wordfence is going to send you a ton of emails. So let's just take a look at our email alert preferences to stop some of these really annoying emails. So where it says alert me with scan results of this severity level or greater, let's select only high, because anything below high is really not a big deal. So email me when it's turned off, when the firewall's turned off, so we'll keep that when Wordfence is deactivated. Alert me when an IP address is blocked. You're going to want to uncheck this for sure, because they're going to block multiple IP addresses every day if it's anything like my websites. Alert when someone is locked out from login. Let's check that off. You can keep some of these checked on if they interest you, but these are the two big ones. These are really when, also this one, really annoying. So I'm going to click save. And you're all done setting up Wordfence. Now you just have to do a scan, and you're good to go. That's Wordfence. So let's move on to the next thing you can do to secure your website against attacks. Okay, so the next step is to hide our login. As you can see, if I go to this very general WordPress login page, it's going to take me right to the login page. Everyone knows my login page if I have a WordPress site, because all they have to do is type /wp-admin, and now they can try to hack your site. So what the next thing I recommend is WPS Hide Login. This plugin is right here. It is very useful. Some websites don't work with this plugin though. So if you have a very complex website with a lot of plugins, you may want to test this plugin out before you actually implement it on your site. So now that we've installed that plugin, you're going to head down to Settings, WPS Hide Login, and from here you can change your login URL. So I'm just going to type in test. Now, check this out. If I go to the standard WordPress login page now, you're going to see it takes me to a 404. But if I go to my test web page, it's going to take me to the login URL now. So now I just hid my WordPress login page, and that is going to stop a lot of attacks to my login page. So that is a big one. I highly recommend you do this. But once again, it doesn't work for every single website. It conflicts with certain plugins, particularly WooCommerce. So just test it out before you implement it. So there's one last step. This should be an obvious one. Update your plugins. Keep them updated. I update my plugins weekly. So if you head to your Updates tab, you're going to want to check this every single week. I just created this test site, so there are no plugins to update, but you're going to see a list here, and it's going to ask you to select them and then update them one by one. So just make sure you're always keeping your plugins updated, always keeping your themes updated. And let me show you maybe one of the reasons why. This is a hack that just occurred. Millions of sites targeted in File Manager vulnerability attacks. A plugin called File Manager was hacked, and every single website that had it installed was infected with malware. So over 700,000 WordPress sites. I was among those. A few of my sites were affected. So what I had to do was go to my Wordfence plugin, run a scan, and remove the malware one by one. So as you can see here, this scan is still ongoing, but you can see there are a few issues here. It says modified theme file, medium issue. If it says medium, high, or low, it's usually not an issue. If it says critical, then it is a known malware attack. So, but you're still going to want to fix these. So if you want to look into these, just click into them. You can click View Differences. I'm going to open this in a new tab. And this is the change. As you can see, it's hardly anything was changed. This ATTR and this URL, that's the only difference between these. When you see a malware attack, you're going to see all kinds of crazy malicious code added to a whole bunch of files, creating all kinds of backdoors for these hackers. So that's going to be marked as critical. If you don't see that, your site is not hacked. If you want to be extra secure, I highly recommend you update to the premium version of Wordfence. Particularly with e-commerce sites where you're storing customer information, you're going to want to be very secure. So definitely upgrade to Wordfence if you're running an e-commerce site. Otherwise, if you're not storing customer information, the biggest risk is having your website redirecting visitors to a malicious site and obviously destroying your search engine rankings. Your ads are going to be stopped as soon as the ad platforms realize that your site is being redirected. So you'll have to clean that up, but at least your customers' information isn't going to be compromised. So that is my experience with securing WordPress sites. Hey, if you like this video, give me a like, comment, or subscribe, and visit my website at correctdigital.com if you're looking for digital marketing services. Anyways, thank you guys for your time. Thank you for watching this video, and have a great evening.